Good evening, dear colleagues. We are glad to welcome you in our improvised studio. It's not as much improvised, but you're getting used to it already. Good evening, everyone. Dear colleagues, thank you so much that today you joined to our online Zoom meeting that will be devoted to three main events. It's three events about which we want to speak today. I think that we don't need to inform ourselves, but my name is Dr. Mr. Len Fullerchuk, coordinator of the International School of Tomorrow program, Nikolsky Vladimir Lvovich. I'm the methodist of the School of Tomorrow program, and we often do this Zoom meetings. And we know that Mr. Nikolsky is the judge of all of our main events. We are very happy to welcome, grateful to welcome the Gymnasium 94. Thank you so much, colleagues. Thank you so much. We're happy to see you all, Natalia Mikhailovna. There are not many of us. We'll ask you to speak to us. Thank you so much for the video. We'll be glad and happy if you turn on your videos because there are a few of us here. Yes, and here we have both children and parents in the School of Tomorrow program and the schools from regions. Yes, colleagues. Do we have someone from the distance school? Yes, you may please write to us in the chat, text us in the chat if you're from the distance school and you want to share with us. Oh, anyway, we will record this meeting so that later on everyone can get in touch with it. I'll remind you that all that we are doing is, first of all, for all of us, this broadcast for all those who work in International School of Tomorrow program and for the bilingual programs, also for our dear parents and students of the distant school and main school as well, on-campus school, and we have a lot of on-campus teachers as well, because specifically our colleagues, they're working with teachers, they're helping them to get ready for all of our exams and conventions and Olympiads. And we also would like to specify that the December have started the last month of the year, and one of the most important events have finished already. It's our regional distant Olympiad, and we have concluded everything, and we know the results already. We know those people who will get the prizes, but we want to specify and mention that it's more than 400 students from different regions from our country and other countries, foreign countries. It was a very tight competition, so please don't get disappointed if someone will not get a prize. But a lot of competitors got prizes, and we would like to mention that this Friday we'll have the award ceremonies, specifically for the regional distant online convention from 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. It's one award ceremony, and the second award ceremony is for the children from 10 to 18 years old. And very soon we'll tell you the date, the time that you will be able to join us. or you can watch it later so that children will understand where they're great, where they're super great, and where they did excellent. And also take into consideration that it's a distant Olympiad, we will prepare the medals and all the certificates, and we'll um, send them to you so that you could make an award ceremony, big or small,
Спасибо,
and
Львович. Значит, так,
present
первое
them to your
событие, о котором мы
children.
с
Thank
вами
you so much,
говорили,
Mr.
это
Vladimir.
наш
The first
стрим,
information
который
that we
будет
are
у нас
sharing is
уже
that the stream that
9
we
числа.
will have
На
already on
пятницу.
the
На
9th of
пятницу мы еще
December,
сделаем обязательно рассылочку.
Friday, we'll
Вам
make
дадим
the
ссылку на
we'll share
этот
the link
на видео, на
for the
YouTube, на Zoom,
video, for
на эту
YouTube, for
запись.
Zoom,
И вы сможете в ней проучаствовать вместе со
for
своими
this
детьми. То
video,
есть в
and
идеале
you'll
было
be
бы, чтобы,
able
наверное,
to
можно
watch it
было встречи
together
в
with your
классе, да, и
children.
посмотреть это все вживую.
Ideally, you would be able to watch this recording together as a class, but it depends on the conditions. For example, Gymnasium 94 cannot watch all together with their 95 students. You will
Итак, значит, 9
figure
числа
it
мы вас
out
ждем на
on your
олимпийском стриме.
um,
Значит, один стрим будет в
respected places
12:00.
where and how you want to watch this. So the first recording, the first
Мгм.
stream video will be from 6 to 9, and then from 10 to 18 we plan to have it
Так, дорогие коллеги, а, кстати, у
at 2
кого, ну вот
o'clock Moscow
94
time.
гимназии, мы знаем, что у вас очень много детей
Okay,
участвовало.
Gymnasium
А вот
94, we
из
know that there are a
присутствующих
lot of
еще,
participants from
у
your
кого
school,
дети участвовали
but
в
from those presented
билингвальной
here,
дистанционной
who was
дистантной олимпиаде?
participating in this
Можете
Olympiad,
нам написать,
regional
можно
distant Olympiad?
плюсики
You
поставить в чате,
can
да, это
please
будет здорово.
text plus in our
Ага.
Olympiad, or if
Mary,
you
вижу, да. А, кстати,
participated as a
коллеги, мы
child,
забыли
as a
сказать,
student, please
да, вот
also
видно,
text
все,
in the
молодцы,
chat,
молодцы, да, отлично,
put
отлично,
plus.
очень здорово.
Thank
Мы
you so
забыли
much.
сказать,
Great,
что кто
excellent,
хочет
wonderful.
слушать
So if anyone would
наш
like
эфир
to
на английском
listen
языке,
our
у нас
stream in
работает
English, we
параллельно
have a
перевод.
translation, a
Спасибо
parallel
Миле Беловой
translation.
за то, что
Thank
она
you so much
любезно согласилась
to Mila
остаться сегодня с нами
because
и
she
эту
agreed to stay with us.
правда, Львович?
It,
Мгм.
so Miss Mila is doing the translation for
Ну
those who
да.
don't understand
Итак, я
Russian,
думаю,
and we
что
have
да,
the
все
parallel
поняли, да.
channel.
Ну что ж,
Everybody understood everything? Thank you
э,
so much. Let's
переходим теперь
continue.
еще к двум
So
событиям,
we
которые
have two more
тоже,
events
на наш взгляд,
which
очень интересны
are
будут
very
и для
interesting
всех
to
наших
our
школ,
opinion for all
и
of our
также для
schools
родителей заочного отделения.
and
И
for
вот
the
особенно
parents
я
of
бы
the
хотел сделать
distant
акцент на
school.
не только
And
наших
I would
очных
like to
школах, но и
emphasize
на
not
нашем
only for our on-campus schools, but
на нашем
also for our
отделении заочного обучения,
Department
потому
of
что,
Distant
дорогие
Education,
коллеги,
because,
я не
dear
знаю,
colleagues, I don't
вы в
know
курсе или нет, но в
if you
этом
are
году, на
aware of
сегодняшний
this or
день,
not, but
на
in
заочном отделении
this
Международной
year,
школы завтрашнего дня
International School of
обучается
Tomorrow has
4600 детей. То есть это,
4,600
если бы мы
students in its
собирали вот
distant
воевущую
department.
Олимпиаду, как
So
это
we would
делали
have
наши коллеги
an
там в
regional
Австралии, в Америке, в
distance
Бразилии, в
Olympiad
Мексике,
as in
нам бы потребовалась очень
Australia,
большая Олимпиада, мы
Brazil.
бы уже не
We would
поместились
have
ни в
to
каком доме отдыха,
do a
который есть у
very,
нас в
would
Москве.
have to prepare a very
И,
great
Львович, а когда у нас,
accommodation
кстати,
for
пройдет
everyone. And
Олимпиада-то
by the way, when we'll
региональная?
have the regional student convention,
Мгм.
traditionally it will be during spring season. Unfortunately, we could not make it all at the same time so that everyone has holidays for all the schools. But this year, 27th and 30th to 31st of March is the date for Regional Student Olympiad. And in on the main page, you can see that we have news and we see
Мгм.
more dates. We can officially present to you the dates that this Olympiad will take place in the Red Bahram and on the site from 27th of March to the 31st of March. We're waiting for you. We're happily expecting to see you there. It's the a main event of our school, of the schools that work using the program School of Tomorrow. This Olympiad will take place for the 26th time, and we have this such a great experience of um, holding this Olympians. We all preserved very well because the first time that we held this convention was the last century. But anyway, you can look through the photos. We have very good gym. We have very good swimming pool. The benefits and disadvantages is the rally hall for 200 people. Uh, but this is the rally hall. So this is the format of the. This is the places where the students stay. So we would like to hold our Olympiad. If you would like to participate in this Olympiad, you need to um, come yourselves. And unfortunately, there are no distant, um, no opportunity to do it in distant format, but you need to come in person. It will take place from the 27th of March to the 31st of March. If someone of you got to visit Voronova, why not that place? Well, we are looking for new options, new variants. Yes, we had several years ago a plan to change our location, and I know that all those who visited Yershova want to visit it again, but we need to go on. So our site has a calendar. Right now, it has only 34 different events, one of which is this stream. And I will come back to our nominations that we had. The difference from our distant Olympian, we have four age categories and categories from so the children from 6 to 9 years old who are not 9 by the 1st of November, then you cannot participate in this Olympiad, but we will tell you later where you can participate. And uh, each of the categories has different nominations or events. You can open each nomination or event, and it has a description. The site is available for Russian and English as well. So if it's not the first time you're working with the site, you can always change the language and the settings. If you have any questions, you can always contact us and we'll help you to find out the answers for your questions. I remind you once again that this Olympiad requires your participation in person. So you can see the description when you click on the page. All of them have different, for example, photography. If there is an underscore, you click on it and you'll see the description. Today we don't have the goal to look through all the nominations and events in detail, but later on we'll look through the details so that you can help the children to get ready. But today the main point is for you to get acquainted that there are these nominations and you can figure out what are the requirements, what do you need. So Mr. Vladimir mentioned that we have four categories in distant Olympiad, and a website has only two categories from 9 to 12 and 13 to 18 years old. And in comparison to the distant Olympiad, the prices are a little bit different, but the prices that we were offered from the Krasnaya Pakhra is very it's a good offer, and we raised the cost just a little bit in comparison to the previous year. And right now we have the options as the first judge or leader of the group will come for free. Second, third, and more leaders will have to uh, pay more. But if you are a judge, you can come for free. But first of all, you need to send in the application so that we will help you to figure out uh, where you want to judge. To take part in this, you need to click on the participation page, and most of all are already registered. I remind you that on this site, only parents and teachers can be registered through this website. And if you want, as a child, want to participate, your parents or teachers will be able to register you. There are 6 performance events. The fact that you are participating and acting on stage, and then 6 non-performance events. So, Mr. Vladimir, for example, I'm a registered um, user, and I'm looking at the distant bilingual Olympiad. There is a there is an autumn pedagogical conference, and there is even a training. But where is the regional student convention? So the distant student convention is not have not finished yet. So we still have an awards ceremony. But about the um, autumn conference and training, all the materials that we uh, that we recorded, they are still available in the uh, schedule. So speaking about the training, training is going on non-stop 24/7, so you still can take part. And because we didn't start uh, the application process yet, so there is nothing yet. But if we look careful at the calendar, we have the the points where the application can be received. So you can apply. We will get in contact with you. You'll get in contact with us. We'll figure it out all the necessary contributions, and then you are the part. I'll make a small statement that today you can participate and apply online. So all that is necessary, the short information description, we will be able to know the amount of boys, girls, and already start planning. So yes, you'll be able to choose the school, and all the questions following you will be able to answer, like more boys, less girls, and so on. So dear colleagues, let's let's change the topic. Any questions about the regional student convention, not the distant convention, but regional student convention that will take place from 27th of March to 31st of March? If you have any questions, please turn on your mics and ask the question right now during the recording session. So if anyone has if anyone has any question, you are very welcome. You're all so beautiful, so wonderful. We're happily looking at you, but please, if you have any questions, you're welcome. I think that those who are with us for a long time, they don't have any questions. Those who are with us for the first time probably will have questions later, but let's change right now. Not to the surprise, but we had Ural Olympiad, and last year we had it in a shortened format. This year we'll have the Ural Olympiad in April. Hopefully it will be warmer than in Moscow in April. And the main point is that in this Olympiad, children from 6 to 9 already will be able to participate. So if you are ready to come from Moscow or from Vladivostok to Ekaterinburg, you're very welcome. So right now I'll give word to Sergei Vladimirovich Yaroslavtsov from the other school that why you need to come to this school, how, and all the details. Sergei Alexandrovich, please put on your sound. We'll ask our administrator, yes, to give permission to allow,
И заодно я также скажу, что Ксения
and I
Алексеевна
will
тоже у нас в
as well
оргкомитете,
share
да, чтобы
that
вы знали, это
um,
очень такая классная команда, 94-й
Ksenia
гимназии,
Alexeyevna
имеющая
is
уже
working with
очень
us as
большой
well,
и хороший
and
опыт проведения
she has a
самых
great
различных мероприятий
experience
и
of
городского уровня,
different
и, Ксения Александровна, по-моему, даже
of
областного
holding
уровня
different
проводит
events,
мероприятия.
even regional events,
Да,
and
мы
probably
вас так это поднимаем, да,
around
туда,
Russian
на эту
events.
высоту.
So
Но на самом
we're
деле у
lifting
нас
up you
очень хороший опыт
on these
совместного
heights,
проведения
but we
именно
have a
Уральской
great
Олимпиады.
experience
Это
of
же
holding this
какой
Ural
седьмой, наверное,
Olympiad.
год, или
I
если
think
не
it's
восьмой.
around the seventh. No, Sergey Alexandrovich, please remind
Сергей
us when
Алексеевич,
was the
вы в
first
эфире. Ага.
Olympiad? Good evening, dear colleagues. If I remember well, I think I might not remember it very well, but I think from
О, вот
2006
это
we have
да.
this oral Olympiad.
Да.
Wow. Людмила Anatolievna can correct us if we are mistaken, because at that time I was almost a student
Мгм.
or just graduated when this all have started. But 2007 we had it for sure because we have um, uh,
Невероятно. Невероятно. Ну, Сергей
because we
Александрович,
have a
скажите немножко,
prize
вот,
here,
да, какие, как
a
у нас будет проходить
statuette, a
Уральская
figure
Олимпиада,
from
там, по
the
датам, по
with
месту,
prizes
ну
from
и так
the
далее. Все вот
Ural
эти
Olympiad.
такие
So
детали.
what's the date? What's the place? I have a suggestion that our organizing committee uh, consists of many different members of our group from administration or teachers. So today, uh, the presentation was prepared by other teacher, and I hopefully she will be able to share with us not only about the place and time, but also
Сергей
about
Александрович, ну, если
some
я не ошибся, я вижу,
details.
что вот Илья просто такая вот сегодня красивая, прям вот особенно красивая.
And
Я теперь
Ilya
понял,
will
почему.
share with us.
Она сегодня
And
будет у нас в эфире
now I
представлять
understand
Уральскую
why
Олимпиаду.
she's
Илья, с
looking
удовольствием
so
вас
great
послушаем.
because she will share today about the details. Good evening. I would like to turn on the demonstration of the
Мгм. Сейчас мы
screen if it is
демонстрацию, да,
possible, and Ilya will share with us.
включит. Мгм. Мгм. Все, наверное, уже.
While the demonstration is turning on, I will add that this is our success. Our success consists in this that we are organizing different events, and our group is an organizational committee. All English teachers are all a part of
Ксения
this
Алексеевна, на
great
сто
group.
процентов согласен,
We have the
аналогично. У нас
same
вся школа, ну, если не
view,
в
and
оргкомитете, то
if
принимает
not all
участие
the
только
teachers, then
каждый
most of
гимназии
them
Олимпиады. Поэтому,
are
да,
a part, if
тоже
not the
подходим
organizational
всегда все это
committee,
очень
then
точно.
they are part of this. The Oral Regional Student Convention 2023. So today I would like to share about the Regional Student Convention that will take place in 2023. First of all, I would like to mention the participants as the children from first, second, third, and fourth grades using the School of Tomorrow program. You can see them on the photos. Our rules. We have different rules at our convention. We try to use English only, even though sometimes children uh, are little or they just start speaking English. We try to use English language to the maximum of our abilities. And if they, for some reason, don't understand, there are some translations, but for us, it's very important to use English. So also it's very important to keep the dress code, the business style for participants, for teachers, for those who are helping uh, to assist the children. We have to be punctual and polite because it helps to create the friendly and working atmosphere. The events of Olympiad, what is awaiting us? This e- e- events that are traditional. First of all, it's competitions. We have five categories: the academic, sports, performance, music, and choreography. For some of you, probably some of it is not known, but we would like to mention it. The first category is nomination is academic. They're practicing their uh, brain ring skills, the dictation, other academic events. Sports events is next nomination that we have. Chess, checkers, swimming pool, other sports activities are all in this nomination and category. The most important moment in the next category is performance events, performing arts, uh, clown acts, puppet theater, as well. Very dramatic and beautiful categories are music and choreography um, nominations. So vocal for music and different dances for choreography. Then we have um, thematic living rooms. So we believe that children should not only take part in the competition, but it's also important to share and communicate with each other. They should not only compete and take part in the competitions for which they were preparing, but also to show their knowledge of different materials. So they have different playgrounds, academic playgrounds, and different other stations in which children can participate. And the important event is the evening rally when all the participants gather together, and we call them evening rallies. I'll say again that we're having evening rallies every day. They're taking part in different competitions. They get acquainted with the schedule to be ready for the next day and to all the events. And the results of the Olympiad is the new acquaintances. They get new friends when they get together in one place in a smaller group than at school. They get to know each other better. They find common topics and the points of where they can meet and get acquainted with each other, and they can show and share their victories. This is what our participants share about the Olympiad. Those who already cannot participate in oral convention, but they still can go to regional convention, and they're mentioning that it was not only a very they didn't only have fun time, but it was a very important part for them because for Elizaveta Maltsov, for example, she had a good practice of English. Anna Salamin uh, increased her English lexicon and learned many new and interesting information. And Elizaveta Emelianova appreciated the support of her classmates And truly, this Olympiad helps to the children to get along better. Place and date is from 25th to 27th of April 2023. It will be in Park Hotel Ivolga in the Sverdlovska Oblast, Russia. So this is it about the Ural's Regional Student Convention 2023. I believe that colleagues may add anything, or if you
Сколько
have
это
any
стоит?
questions,
Вот
how
уже, наверное,
much
Сергей
does it
Александрович с
cost?
нами поделится.
По стоимости у нас получается
So what are the prices?
участников это 13 тысяч. Сюда
For the
включается
participants, it is
питание,
13,000,
питание.
and the
Стоимость
living is included,
5000 это оргвзнос.
and 5,000 is the
Который сопровождает
organizational
приехать. Стоимость у нас получается 8000.
mm,
Мгм.
contribution, but for the parents, it's or those who are
И, дорогие
accompanying the
коллеги, вот
students, it's
я,
8,000.
во-первых, Алия, огромное спасибо
Dear
за
colleagues,
прекрасную
Alia,
презентацию. Я
thank you
думаю, что вы
so much for
увидели,
this
что
beautiful,
Уральская
wonderful
Олимпиада, она во многих
presentation.
аспектах
Oral
повторяет нашу региональную
convention
Олимпиаду, что мы бы и хотели,
has
потому что это
common
некий бренд
points and
такой, и
repeats
действительно
in
процент
many
гласительности
ways
должны
the
повторяться,
regional
номинации,
convention,
требования и так
and
далее.
70%
Но
of
самое еще
nominations and
главное, что вот
everything
эти вот мастерские,
should and
которые мы увидели,
could and
я
should
надеюсь,
be
что вы
repeated.
обратили на них
But
внимание, это, хотя,
I
может быть,
hope you
и
paid attention to
нечто
some
такое,
of the
что
events that
проводят и
were
другие
mentioned.
там организаторы, да, вот подобных
Some of the other
мероприятий, но это очень
organizers
уникальное,
of
на самом деле,
the
такое
events
событие, которое
also
придумала именно
hold this
94-я гимназия. И я был на
events,
всех
but
этих
I believe
мероприятиях,
that
потрясающая
some of
работают там
them,
и
uh,
взрослые, и старшеклассники.
Gymnasium
Это вот
94
потрясающий форум,
created these
который, ну,
events,
просто и позволяет
and
занять детей, и
it
занять не просто, чтобы
allows
там они
the
побегали,
children to
попрыгали,
be
а
busy,
занять
and
с
they're not
пользой для
only
того, чтобы они чему-то там еще
jumping and
научились.
having
Поэтому, Сергей
fun, but they are
Александрович
also
и
getting
вот
to learn something new.
Ксения Алексеевна,
So,
огромное
Sergey
спасибо за
Alexandrovich,
такое
Ksenia
вот.
Вы правильно сказали,
Alexeyevna, thank you
Виталий, как бы
so
там
much for
судейской
this
команде,
convention and
команде
the
организаторов не только
judging group
взрослые, но на самом
and
деле дети,
organizational committee
старшеклассники,
Да.
and
которые
even the
прошли школу ветеринарных
students
олимпиад, знали,
of
что такое.
higher
Они работают
grades.
отличными помощниками
They are great
всей команде,
helpers
которая занимается
of the whole
проведением
group
Олимпиады.
that are
Мгм.
И
um,
мы очень хотели бы, чтобы в этом году школа
participating in this
Уральского
Olympiad, and
региона,
would really love
Екатерины,
the
Нижневартовск, Ноябрьск,
Ekaterinburg,
Челябинск подключились
Ural,
к этой Олимпиаде.
Nizhnevartovsk,
Заранее объявляем
Uralsk.
фактически за
They
полгода,
would
чтобы вы могли посмотреть,
participate,
подумать,
and we announced
насколько вы
this
готовы вывести группу
almost half
детей,
a year
насколько родители согласятся отправить
before the
ребенка в
event
другой
takes
регион,
place so that you would
сколько времени у вас
consider
уйдет на
how much
подготовку.
time
Но
you need
нужно
to
понимать, что это дети
travel
первых четвертых
to
классов,
prepare.
поэтому
We
там
need to
как бы
understand
есть
this
еще
is the children
номинации,
from
где
the
по
first to
большому
fourth
счету
grades,
просто
and
знание
there are some
англосакской программы
nominations
и
that you
американской
need to
программы
know
обучения будет достаточно,
the
чтобы активно и
state program
классно в
and
этом
the
участвовать.
International School of Tomorrow program as well. And it will be a great
Сергей Александрович, может еще
experience,
какая-то,
great
или Ксения
opportunity
Алексеевна, какая-то
to
информация, вот,
participate
которую
in
вы хотели
such
бы,
Olympiad. Is there
ну
any
там, которой вы
other
хотели бы поделиться с коллегами
information
с
that you'd
нашими?
like to share with our colleagues?
Нам хотелось бы
Well,
года
we would like
организовать
to
Мгм.
understand the number of participants who'd like to go by
Мгм.
the end of this year because the resting place
Мгм.
that it will take where we will be accommodating it's around 100
Мгм.
uh,
Поэтому на
people,
самом
so
деле мы
maybe
ставим
up to
такую цель не только
200
касательно Уральской Олимпиады, но и
we
нашей
n-
региональной
n-
Олимпиады. В
n-
самом ближайшее время мы вам
may
отправим
take
ссылку вот с этим
may
стримом
go there and
и с
may
дополнительной
participate.
информацией,
So
в том
that's why
числе
we are
и
trying to figure
приложенную
out
Мгм.
how
презентацию Уральской
much
Олимпиады по
people, how
курсу Марии
many people
Васильевны на
want
нашем
to
курсе,
go there. And
чтобы
we
вы
have the
могли
same
провести
attitude
такие
towards
небольшие
regional
собрания у
convention as
себя в
well.
школах,
So if you
в
can
классах
hold any
и предложить
meetings in your
родителям
school, in
эту
your
опцию, потому
class,
что
and
зачастую, когда мы
uh,
ездим по регионам, по
present this
школам,
option
родители
to
спрашивают, а
the
что
classes,
для
and the parents are
первоклашек, для
asking
второклашек у вас
for
есть?
the first
Да, у нас
graders,
есть
second
такая Олимпиада,
graders,
и
what do you
вы
have?
можете
Yes, we
принять
have such
участие,
Olympiad, and you can
приехав в
take
Екатеринбург.
part in it and you can do so
Вот,
by
коллеги,
coming to
вот примерно
Ekaterinburg.
такая
So,
вот у нас
colleagues,
ближайшая программа
this
минимум.
is our
Это то,
nearest
что
program.
касается нашей дистантной
And
Олимпиады, то есть провести
speaking
стрим
about our
9 числа,
distant
затем
Olympiad, we have
провести
the
Олимпиаду
stream on the
региональную с
3rd of
27
December,
по
then
31
our
число
regional convention
марта, да, по
from
31 марта, конечно,
27th
да.
of March to
Я
the
не,
31st
не
of
планирую
March.
его, чтобы мы
Ну, я не
проводили.
знаю, может, вы в декабре
We're not
решите
planning to have it in
провести
December.
Олимпиаду.
Maybe
Нет, нет,
yes,
нет.
but no, no.
И, соответственно, у нас
It's in
Уральская
March.
Олимпиада
And so we
попадает
have
В
Oral
декабре месяц,
Olympiad in April, 25th to 27th of April. This is our
То есть вот видите,
days
все
that
логично,
we're
все можно
trying
успеть.
to keep in
И,
mind. So
ну,
yes, we
Сергей
can get
Александрович и
ready
Ксения
and
Алексеевна, вы
have
знаете, что
everything on
мы
time.
готовим
Sergey
нашу
Alexandrovich,
команду от
Ksenia
международной
Alexeyevna,
школы, чтобы к
we
вам
know that
приехать
we
на
also
Уральскую
getting
Олимпиаду. Дети
ready
очень
for the
этого
oral
ждут наши.
Olympiad and our children are expecting it happily, and we're also awaiting you happily. And I also want to add that oral Olympiad, especially for the fourth graders, it's a
Мгм.
great help for them
Да.
before going to regional convention, so you can try yourself even in the same nominations and events to
Мгм.
look at the levels
Мгм.
and of other children participating, take some ideas for yourself, so to get ready for the Moscow Olympiads. Where can you look at the requirements for the nomination of World Olympiads?
Мгм.
We have on the website,
Мгм.
we have a special
Мгм.
website, and we'll share the link where we have this
Мгм.
application with all of the events and requirements closer to the date. Probably we'll have even
Но
the
у нас
chat of the
есть как
oral
бы тоже
convention.
идея, что не
Yes, we
только
have
на
an
сайте
idea that
нашей
not
школы, не
only
только на сайте Гимназии
website,
94
not
появится
only
информация
on
об
the
Олимпиаде,
website of
но
Gymnasium
и мы строим,
94 will
скорее всего,
have the
модуль, посвященный Уральской
information, but we'll
Олимпиаде,
have
на
a special
видеосайт,
module
где проводятся
about
все
devoted
мероприятия
to the
школы.
oral
Мне
Olympiad
особенно полезно
uh,
рекомендую вот сюда
for the
куда-нибудь мы сделаем
events,
такой модуль.
and
И
we'll do the
постараемся, так как бы
special
зная
section for it.
запросы судей с
And
Уральской Олимпиады,
knowing the
постараемся встроить
requests from
модуль
the
судейства, в
judges,
том числе вот на
we
этот
will
сайт,
also try
чтобы
to
проверка
add
и
the
чтобы там вынесение
judging
всех
module
судейских решений
here,
было
judging
автоматизировано.
section here,
Да,
so
так что
that
вот здесь, да,
all
должна
would be
появиться вот еще одна
automized.
такая колоночка, вот,
Yes, and here
и
we'll have a
она будет
special
посвящена
separate
Уральской
column
Олимпиаде, поэтому
that will
там
be
тоже скоро
devoted
можно
to
будет
oral
кликать и
Olympiad. You'll be able to
находить
click on it
информацию. Мы обязательно
and
будем
find all the
согласовывать, конечно,
information.
с Сергеем
Of
Александровичем,
course,
Ксенией
we'll
Алексеевной, чтобы там была одна и та же
clarify all
информация.
things with
Я
Sergey
думаю,
Alexandrovich
что
so that we'll have the
воспользовавшись
correct information and
как
using
это,
the
геолокацией гимназии
the
школы номер 145 из
geolocation
Екатеринбурга,
gymnasium
воспользуются возможностью
145
тоже в
will
большом
also
количестве
use
послать
the
приглашение на данную
uh,
Олимпиаду.
Да,
opportunity to send all the
Мгм.
children to Olympiad. We are awaiting
Мгм.
all the
Мгм.
colleagues from all the school for the contact to exchange the
Мгм.
experience and everything. So we're
И
inviting everyone, especially
мгм.
teachers and
Да-да-да,
then
именно вот я тоже
judging.
хотел сказать, что мы планируем
Yes, I would
приглашать
like
судей,
to
если у
share
вас будет
this.
такая
Yes, we
потребность,
want
если
to
с вашей
invite
стороны будет
judges
интерес.
uh, for the Olympiad if
Ну
you
что ж,
are
коллеги, я думаю, что
interested in this.
вот
So,
это
dear
примерно весь
colleagues,
тот спектр
I think this
вопросов,
is the
которые
whole
мы хотели
spectrum of the questions that we
осветить
would like
сегодня во время
to
нашего эфира.
shed light on
Вопросов,
today
конечно,
during
может
our
быть много
stream.
больше, но
Of course, we
я думаю,
can
что
have
пока этого
much more
достаточно.
questions, but right now this is
И
enough for right
если у вас
now.
еще остались
So
вопросы,
if you
можете
have any
написать в чате,
other
мы на них
questions, you can
обязательно ответим
also
либо сейчас в прямом
write them
эфире,
in the
либо же
chat. We will
уже
answer
потом
them
в нашем
right
общем чате
now
для всех школ.
during the
А для наших родителей это в
stream and
чатах для
recording
нашего
or
заочного
later
отделения.
on. So for our
А мы
distant
хотим вас еще раз
viewers
поздравить
as well,
вот с наступающими
viewers from the
праздниками.
distant school,
Это
we
с
want
Рождеством, с
to
Новым годом. Неважно, в каком
congratulate
порядке вы их
you
празднуете, там
again with the New Year
Новый год,
and
Рождество.
Christmas, and it doesn't matter the
Причем
order
самое
in
главное,
which you are
что это
celebrating
замечательные,
them,
хорошие,
but the
добрые
most
праздники.
important thing that is just a
Ну и сегодня
good
в этот вечер желаем вам хорошего вечера,
holidays, and we are
тепла,
wishing
насколько это
you all
возможно. В
the
Москве, кстати, очень холодно
В
сейчас.
warmth.
Екатеринбурге, говорят, минус
And
26 было, да,
in
Сергей Александрович?
Ekaterinburg, it's
Ну,
minus
тогда у нас
26.
тепло, у
Yes,
него
Sergey
Тогда у
минус.
нас
Alexandrovich.
вообще жара.
And
У
then,
нас минус 7,
considering
а
that,
вы
we have
просто
minus 7,
не выдерживаем.
but we're
Но
barely
желаю вам хорошего вечера.
we're holding it. And
Пускай Господь хранит
have
вас,
a
ваши
good
семьи,
evening. Let
пускай
God
Господь
bless
хранит
you and keep
этот мир
you, your
в своих
families.
руках. Пускай
Let
дает
Him keep the
мудрости
peace in
всем
His
нашим
hands and give
лидерам и
you
руководителям.
wisdom,
Мы
all of our
молимся за
leaders
каждого лидера каждой страны,
and
потому что это
rulers.
то,
We
чему
pray
учит
for
нас
all the
Библия, чтобы мы
leaders and rulers of
молились
all the
за наших
countries, because that's
лидеров,
what the Bible
чтобы
teaches
их
us
сердца
to
цари
pray
каждый
for
в
our
руках
leaders,
Господа.
because the
Ну и
heart of
пускай
the king
в
is in
наших
the
детей будет
Lord's hands, and
радость,
let the
потому что в
children
этом
have
году
the
я
joy,
напоминаю, что мы
because
взяли
this year I'm reminding you that
стих из
we took
Библии,
the
это
verse from the
«Радуйтесь
Bible,
всегда». И
rejoice
продолжается стих
always.
«Радуйтесь всегда в Господе», потому что
Rejoice
просто
always
радоваться
in the
это
Lord,
ну,
because
так
just
интересно
rejoicing,
звучит вроде, и не все поймут, да. А
not
вот то,
everyone
что
would
«радуйтесь в
understand it,
Господе»,
but
означает, что
rejoice in the
мы
Lord.